Let's wrap up this Breakpack 4 with some practicing techniques. So let's take everything that you've learned from swing to vocalizing to listening to these last few like alternating rhythms and also the left hand hits. So let's practice all of that because I want to leave you with a lot of practicing techniques so you can get good at them and really incorporate these into your playing. So let's do a swing exercise. So what you want to do with swing is you want to still just take two chords and be swinging in your right hand, and then just playing like on the one with each chord. So you'll be swinging with your right hand like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you want to get it up to speed. So you'll start slow with that. You'll just be playing like one chord for every 8 beats. So that was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you just solo with whatever you want to in your right hand, but you want to stick to the arpeggiated notes, all the notes that sound good, and then also just keep that swung feel. So you want to be going like da 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 da. Just always keep that feel. Because if you don't keep that feel, it's not going to really ingrain that swing in you. And you have those lessons to go through with me, to just play along with me or count along like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and really get that swing under your fingers. So that's how I would do swing, and I would just use that with every single chord that you learned. Like you would do it with D minor 7, D major, C major, everything that you've learned, and use the chord and the scale and play the chord on the 1 for 8 beats while you're soloing in your right hand with swing. So that's the best way that I know of to get good at that. So in terms of listening and vocalization, you can vocalize using the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and vocalize anything that you've been listening to. So you want to take all of like the jazz records that you've listened to, like the Bill Evans, the Wes Montgomery, the Wynton Kelly or the Chet Baker or whatever other artists that you listened to. You want to take artists like Charlie Parker too, and Miles Davis, and those really like legendary jazz musicians, because you'll learn to swing from them for sure. And so you take those, all that you've listened, and then you start to vocalize it. You start to sing their solos, and you also start to sing melodies of songs, and you start to sing just little licks that you hear in your listening, and you want to just vocalize it with the D sound or the G sound. So you're going da 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 da. So you're taking whatever you listen to. Like let's say like we'll do another lick. So if I was doing a lick like so that's my lick. I would vocalize that as da da do da 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 do da da. And then once you've vocalized a lick like that, then you would take that lick and then apply it to a chord progression. So you would take like, in this case, we'll just take D minor to C major, and we'll go da-da-do-da-da, and I'm going to take that da-da-do-da-da, that way I'm playing notes or that rhythm, and I'm just going to extrapolate it. I'm going to take it and just expand it out so that I have a lot of different ways to play. So I'll do da-da-do-da-da, 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 da-da-do-da-da. And so I just take that lick and I vary it. I just expand, keep expanding and going along with it. And I do that in whatever key that I'm in. So here I was using D minor to C major, but you can do any chords or scales that you want. And so that's what I would do with listening and vocalizing. And then with left-hand chord hits, so you want to practice this left-hand chord hit either with your right hand, so you're going to be soloing and swinging with your right hand, like 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2. And then obviously you start slower than that, but you want to start just by either hitting the left-hand chord hits and counting it, like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And you can clap when you while you're counting, or you can just vocalize that and make that accented with your speech. But you want to really get that rhythm in your body so that when you want to play it on piano, it's there, and you can just go 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and then you start off, as slow as you need to, but then you progress up to these speeds. So that's what I would do with your left hand hits. You would just practice them alone. You would go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Or you could do the and of 4, so you would go like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and 2 and 3 and 4. This is with both hands. 2 and 3 and 4, and 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 2 and 3 and 4. And you want to put that power into it. You want to really like 2, 3, and 4, 2, 3, and 4, 2, and 3, and 4, because that'll allow you to do this, like make really powerful chords whenever you play. So you go like 2 and 3 and 4, 2 and 3 and 4, 3 and 4, 2 and 3 and 4, 2 and 3 and 4, 2 and 3 and 4, and 2 and 3 and 4, and 2 and 3 and 4. So you just get some real power in your playing by being very precise with the rhythm. So you don't want to just you don't want to half-ass it. You don't want to like just be soft with it. Don't just go like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. You want to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3. Just like with some power, with some energy for whatever rhythm that you're going to. So like that was for like and of 3, but you could do the and of 2, the and of 4. And I would actually I would just stick to those 3 actually. So just do those left hand hits. You can practice that with your left hand. Or you can also bring your right hand into it and solo along with whatever scale that you're in. So aside from that, aside from listening, vocalization, and then these hits as well as swing, you can also practice these alternating techniques. So you have you have the syncopation, then you have the alternating one where you're taking these top 2 notes and hitting them. So. Or you also have this last alternating syncopation or whatever you want to call it, but it's just like and that's so you just practice either those 3 ways of doing it, and you can practice it straight. You can also practice it swung like I was doing. So that was like, so this is swung. Or I can practice it straight like, see how it's very equal. It's very equal. It's like da do da do da do da do da instead of swung where it's da 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 da. It's like you're weaving back and forth with the beat rather than just going da do da do da do da do like in a straight mathematical computer-like way. So that's what you can do with these alternating techniques. And so you want to practice first that one. Then you also want to practice syncopation. So that's, or you can do it straight as well. So. And you can also do this last alternating one, which was the. And I mean, I'm giving you a ton of things to work on here. So I want you to be able to make up your own practice sessions. So you can take any one of these techniques and then you take it for a week, you work it, you just do them, you take like something as simple as like, yeah, the swung notes, and you work that concept for a week. You just do that in different chords and scales that you already know. And then you get that concept really good, really ingrained in your fingers, and then you move on to the next concept. So you don't have to have this mishmash of like everything that I've taught you here, and you're feeling overwhelmed. So you want to just stick to one of these concepts. So just watch like the first 3 lessons or something. Stick to those ones, just those concepts on swing, and then move on to like vocalizing. Just try vocalizing for a little bit, and then eventually, as you learn them, like as you take time out, then you mix and match them. So then now you're listening to music all the time, and you're vocalizing as well as using these alternating rhythms, and you're playing, and you're also swinging all the time, and you're doing these left-hand chord hits. So now you really have a lot of like diversity to work with in terms of rhythm. So that concludes this break pack. This was break pack number 4. It was on all this rhythm and alternating and swing, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next break pack.